Why did a benevolent kaiju like Scar King become evil? Does he simply want to become the alpha male of the earth, or does he have other motives? Join me in this theory as I explain how Scar King was cursed by his own hunger. Welcome to Nerd's Insights, your daily channel for nerd news, and that's why it's crucial for you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications. That way, whenever new news comes out, I can notify you on your phone, and you'll be one of the first to know everything. Scar King will be the villainous mastermind in the upcoming movie Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. While Shimu appears to be the strongest and the one who will actually fight Kong and Godzilla, Scar King is like the manipulator behind everything. However, he wasn't always like that. According to his origin story, he was a benevolent kaiju who helped humans and protected the earth, but at some point, his hunger for power corrupted him, turning him into a tyrant of the Hollow Earth, commanding an army of ancestral Kongs. However, the focus of this video is not his origin. I reveal the complete story of Scar King in a video that's appearing on the card right now. Let's theorize about this hunger for power. If we delve into the layers of audio in the teaser trailer for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, separating the soundtrack effects from other noises, we can obtain an audio in which Scar King says the word hunger. Listen closely. Once again, I might be hearing things that aren't there, but the fact is that this word hunger is mentioned every time new information about Scar King is released, whether it's leaked test sessions, the leaked script, or even KDM information. But what intrigues me the most is what kind of hunger this is. Hunger for sustenance, hunger for power, hunger like gluttony. And I think I finally found an explanation. This hunger is the curse of greed. Let me explain further, and you'll understand. For that, we have to go back to the War of the Titans. We know that the ancestral race of Kong and Godzilla always fought, and even though Godzilla's race was the strongest, that didn't stop many Godzillas from being killed by their rivals. In this story, Scar King would be a normal kaiju who defended humans and the earth, just like Kong, but in a mortal battle against a Godzilla, he would win the fight but be severely injured and unable to continue fighting. That's when he felt hunger. Considering that the only edible thing there would be the dead Godzilla itself, he devoured it and somehow acquired its powers. This would explain his bright blue eyes and the coloration of his fur, as if he had been burned by radiation. From then on, Scar King was cursed by hunger, both the hunger to devour other kaijus to acquire their powers and the hunger to feed, but most importantly, the hunger for power and to be the strongest. I say this because, as we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021, the Kong race prefers to live in families. They are not a solitary race that seeks to be the strongest. However, Godzillas are solitary races, and each of them wants to be the alpha male of their territory. Now, as the strongest kaiju, Scar King would have enslaved other kaijus to do his bidding, much like King Ghidorah did in Godzilla King of the Monsters, where he awakened and controlled the Titans. This caught the attention of the Godzillas, and that's when the War of the Ancestral Titans began. During this war, Scar had an even greater plan. He wanted the ultimate power of the earth. He wanted to control everything by controlling the strongest Titan, the so-called father of the Titans, Shimu. However, this could be too much for him because if he couldn't control Shimu, it's likely that Shimu would cause another ice age on Earth. That's why some ancestral Kongs left Scar King's army, including Kong's parents. Scar then sent the Skull Crawlers after them on Skull Island, killing them all. However, his army and he himself were already weak, and he was eventually defeated and imprisoned in the Hollow Earth. So Scar King's plan is nothing more and nothing less than revenge, a way to kill Kong and regain his reign over the earth and all creatures, satisfying his cursed hunger. But tell me, does this theory make sense to you? Did I miss any important details that could invalidate my theory? Comment below, and let's discuss various aspects of the movie. Also, don't forget to leave a like to support this video on YouTube and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything happening in the monsterverse and the nerd world. There's good stuff coming, and I need you here with me. Take care, my friend, and until next time.